Hi everyone, my name is Kimberley Woods and I compete in canoe slalom. I'm going to be documenting my journey from now until the summer 2021 Olympic Games next year in Tokyo. I'm going to be talking about my lockdown life, how it's been, my reactions around the Olympic Games being postponed. It was a while ago now, but I'm looking forward to going back on that journey with you, as well as the journey ahead. I really hope you enjoy this video, give you a little bit of insight to me and how I feel going to my first Olympic Games next year. First of all, I want to let you all into an insight of how I started paddling. I was inspired by my auntie because she had won a silver medal at junior level in 1994, the year before I was born. However, when I was younger, I'd always visit my grandparents' house and watch her racing. I was truly inspired and I said I really wanted to do the sport. My grandparents said, as soon as you can swim, we'll get you in a boat. And I was very fortunate at my school, we had a scheme where we could go and learn to swim. So I did that and got my 50-metre badge, went to my grandparents saying, I can swim, and they said, okay, we'll get you in a boat. Weren't really sure how far this would go. And I got in a boat and absolutely loved the feel of the water, being able to be in control of something that wasn't in my control. And this here is a race that I did when I was 9 years old. And a lot has changed in those 15 years, but that little girl there will be going to the Olympic Games next summer. So let's go back to the lockdown. So when the restrictions started to come into place, we had about a week of being able to paddle on the flat water. We weren't allowed to be on the white water. Lee Valley had been shut down, so we weren't allowed to paddle there anymore, but we were allowed to paddle on the flat water for a week on the canals, luckily. But then 23rd of March, it was announced that we weren't allowed to really go outside unless it was for 1 hour of exercise or to go to the shop for essentials. It was pretty hard hitting, but I knew that if I had a good routine in place, every morning I'd get up and work out, whether that was just core exercises. I'm very fortunate to have some gym equipment, as you can see behind me. It's all in the shed at the minute, which is where I am. Kind of put things in place so I could be able to train. Got a kayak ergo here as well, so we're able to have that kind of paddling feeling even if it wasn't in an actual boat. I'm just trying to think of things to keep my mind occupied and keep motivated every day, and having that set routine really did help, and communicating with my team to say that I really do need a routine to be able to keep sane throughout the lockdown. Then it was on to the 24th of March. The Olympic Committee announced that the games would be postponed, and there was weird and mixed emotions. I think at the end of the day it was the right decision. I kind of remember just thinking, oh, I've got another year to get stronger, get fitter, and then there was a little bit of uncertainty of what would actually happen with my place, because we actually got announced last October. On the 9th of April it was announced that we'd keep our places. It was a massive sigh of relief to be able to do that. I was really motivated to have a routine, getting up, working out every day. I did a lot of gym. There was a lot of that involved, trying to maintain the strength that I had, and there's a lot of physical stuff going on the kayak ergo as well. One reason why I've managed to stay motivated is having a routine, and I've got this little thing, this board. I had my motivations on it. It was like, what do I want to feel like? And one thing that has been really good is the communication between me and my team, my coach, my psychologist, and also my teammates. In May we were able to go paddling again. It felt so good to be back in my boat and to also see my friends on the water. After being on the ergo for so long, being in a boat felt so different, and I knew I had a lot of physical things to catch up on. But just to feel the water underneath my boat felt amazing, and I never want to be out of it for that long again. very fortunate to live very close to the canals, so we weren't able to travel so far, and to have the Lee Valley Park just right outside the door to go for runs, walks with the dog, which helped keep me sane for sure. I'm happy to say that we have actually been returned to training. It's been such a huge process that British Canoeing have gone through with the centre, with Lee Valley Park Authority and everyone involved to make sure that we are all safe in the environment. It's been a phased approach. They've allowed the Olympic team to be able to go onto the water, so there's only 4 of us and there was only allowed 2 coaches. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of my morning routine since being back at training. Every morning, because there are technically 2 groups and there's 3 sessions on the white water, we get sent on WhatsApp. So there's a group called Return to Training Phase 3. Return to Training Phase 3 means we have 2 groups on the white water, each training at completely different times and not even in the venue at the same time. So every morning we get a list of things to remind us, like a daily checklist for example. We complete our self-check at certain times before our session. We also get told the code for the gate because there's currently a lock on there because the gates are shut, the centre is shut. So we're going to go ahead and do our temperature check now. That is what I have to do every morning before training. You only have to do it once a day, thankfully, and it's a good way for us to keep in contact with the medical team to ensure that we're still fit and healthy to go training. So that is the morning routine. We're very lucky to live close to the course, so we're able to go cycling to the course, and it's also another way to keep fit and healthy. Yeah, let's go training. Due to the new rules, we have to enter the course at the front gate, meaning I have to pass where I normally go, which means another 5 minutes of cycling. More of a warm-up, I guess. Only one person is allowed in the boat store at a time, and there's quite a few of us that use this space, so I'm going to have to be being very vigilant to make sure we're staying away from each other and only touching our equipment. Good morning, Mallory. We're all warming up with the fence. Normally it's in the gym. We have to do it here because we're not allowed in the building unless it's for the bathroom. Time to go canoe now. Let's see how the session goes. session over. Whilst I've got a little bit of time before we have to get out of here, I'm going to show you a bit around of what British Canoeing and Lee Valley have put up around the place. Here, you have to stay, there's obviously reminders to stay 2 meters apart. There's only one person allowed on the steps at one time, so when we're getting on the water, we get on here, we basically wait until the next they've got on, put their deck on and drifted off, and we get off those steps over there, just to kind of keep a nice little motion going. It will obviously pay more dividend when there's a few more people here, but that won't be for another couple of months. You're into the building now. When you walk in, there is this lovely station. All the doors are keeping open to allow, fresh air. Normally this is our seating area, that's our kitchen, but we're not allowed to be in there. Area is closed. Only really allowed in here to go to the bathroom. All the offices are closed. When you go, you've got like a station to do all your clean, like wash your hands and stuff more regularly. These are all our lockers we're not allowed to use. We have to take our kit out. This is Craig's office, my coach. Not allowed in there. Where we used to hang all of our kit to dry in between sessions. And one thing is that there is a one-way system, so you have to come in at the front and then out the back. So that's basically the tour of the building. So yeah, that's the tour. It's like making sure everyone's safe. A lot of things are in place to make sure that we're not getting too close. It's a big centre. We're quite lucky to do an outdoor sport, have an outdoor centre like this, so we can able to train and try and keep our bodies fit and healthy and be familiar in a boat. Yeah, getting ready for next year at Tokyo. Because we've got to be off site, I've got to get going. Thank you so much to everyone who's made it this far and watching my video. This is the first one out of 5 throughout the build up to the games. Don't forget to follow my journey to the Olympics throughout all of my social media channels and through these vlogs. And don't forget to subscribe to Team GB's YouTube channel for the build up all the way through to the Olympic Games. Right, see you next time guys, thank you.